A rise of 3,000 cases in over 3 days is a cause for very serious concern. What is a cause of a bigger concern is the targeting of doctors, nurses and healthcare professionals, and that is our top focus story. And this alarming report comes from Moradabad in Uttar Pradesh.
The lockdown's most horrifying attack. Corona violence in UP's Moradabad. While going in to remove a COVID-19 patient, doctors and police come under this vicious attack. Stones pelted, vehicles smashed. Doctors left bleeding by the mob as frontline workers toil for India. This is what doctors got in Moradabad. After the Indore shocker, now Yogi's Uttar Pradesh. Who'll stop these corona rioters?
Who will stop these corona rioters? Caste, creed, sect, sex, religion, not important. The fact remains our corona warriors need to be protected. Come rain, come shine. I will get you that story. Also on the show, when you talk of corona warriors, it's not just the doctors, it's not just healthcare workers or the police or the sanitation workers. Imagine, how do you get food on your table? Who's getting it from the farm to your house? The truck drivers. I'll get you their story on the broadcast. I'm Gaurav Sawant, action-packed 30 minutes lined up. We salute all our corona warriors. Let's get started with the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had enforced a very strict lockdown. Now it's the countdown to lockdown phase 2. As some question the lockdown, look at the statistics. We've had almost 12,000 COVID-19 cases in our country and a spike despite a lockdown. Why are we talking about this spike? Because as on date, there are almost 12,000 cases, 11,933 cases to be precise. The good news is 1,344 people have recovered. The sad news is that 392 people have lost their lives, and these are figures as of 30 minutes before 10 p.m., which is 9:30 p.m. on the 15th of April. These are the latest figures. The question remains, is somebody trying to sabotage India's war on the novel coronavirus? Remember, there is a strict lockdown in place. Majority of our country. We are facing hardships, but we are following the lockdown because we know jaan hai to jahan hai. But is somebody trying to sabotage this? Because once it could be coincidence, second time it could be hapstance if it's happening repeatedly. Is this enemy action? We are talking about first Anand Vihar, now Surat and Mumbai. Let me get you the latest from Mumbai. Coronavirus cases in Maharashtra continue to rise. 232 new cases in the past 24 hours. 9 deaths in the past 24 hours in Maharashtra. The financial capital Mumbai remains the worst affected. A total of 1,816 cases alone in Mumbai. The total number of cases in Maharashtra now inching close to a staggering 3,000, highest anywhere in the country. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan has warned that the next 2 to 3 weeks will define India's war on coronavirus. With India registering close to 12,000 coronavirus positive cases, the minister has highlighted that the country must strictly follow the measures of lockdown to contain the spread. So far, India has done relatively well to avoid the stage of community spread. The Union Health Minister says the virus has not entered almost 400 districts of our country. The Indian Railways is set to lose more than 1,500 crore rupees as it refunds the cancellation of 94 lakh tickets. 55 lakh bookings were made for travel between the 22nd of March and the 14th of April. 39 such bookings were made for travel between the 15th of April and the 1st of May. The Indian Army has issued a very strict advisory directing not just its serving personnel but also the ex-servicemen and families to follow social distancing. They've also been directed to download the Arogya Setu mobile app launched by the government to help users know if they've come in contact with anyone who's tested positive to coronavirus. The army has a total strength of 1.3 million personnel. Our top focus story on the broadcast is the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath reading the right act to those in Moradabad. Healthcare workers, even the Uttar Pradesh police targeted by people in Moradabad. And why? There was a coronavirus positive case. The ambulance went to retrieve that patient and that ambulance was targeted by a mob in Moradabad. This defies logic, but it's actually happening. A team of healthcare workers and the police in Moradabad district, they came under attack when they went to pick up a coronavirus patient. This incident took place in an area of Nawabpura in Moradabad. Healthcare workers, including the ambulance driver and the Moradabad police personnel, they were injured in mob violence. According to the ambulance driver, the crowd, it assembled on the streets. It started pelting stones at the medical team. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said those who pelted stones at the police and the medical team will be booked under the National Security Act. The Chief Minister also said loss of public property will be compensated. Once a person has been found guilty of attacking the police and healthcare workers and an ambulance, he will be made to pay for the loss to public property.
हमारे को 108 से कॉल आई थी, सर ने हमारे को टीम बना के भेजा था वहाँ पे कोरोना के पेशेंट उठाने के लिए। उनसे वो घर से आए पेशेंट निकल के, गाड़ी में बैठ चुके थे कुछ लोग। उसके बाद में जैसे वो बैठे तो एकदम से काफी भीड़ आ गई, हजारों की तादाद में निकल के। सबने आवाज लगा दी अपने आस पड़ोस में, तैयार तो पहले से ही वो लोग हम लोगों को घेरने के लिए, डॉक्टर की टीम को पीटने के लिए। जब पत्थर बरसाने चालू करे तो सर हम अपनी जान बचा के भागे। कुछ लोग हमारे डॉक्टर साथी वहाँ पे पकड़ लिए गए हैं। मेरे ईएमटी को कुछ काफी गहरी चोटें भी आई हैं, गुम चोटें आई हैं। मेरी शहरी गाड़ी क्षतिग्रस्त कर दी है उन लोगों ने आगे पीछे से।
स्वास्थ्य विभाग की टीम और पुलिस की टीम, उसके जो क्लोज फैमिली मेंबर्स थे उनको क्वारंटाइन करने के लिए आई हुई थी। जब टीम यहाँ पहुँची और उनको ले जा रही थी, उसी समय यहाँ पे आसपास के लोगों ने पथराव कर दिया। तुरंत रिइंफोर्समेंट भेजी गई, वो कई लोग पथराव किए, वहाँ से भागे। उसके बाद पुलिस ने मौके पे काबू पाया, वहाँ गिरफ्तारियाँ भी की गई। इसी दौरान जो टीम जब घरों की तलाशी ले रही थी कि और कोई उपद्रवी छुपा ना हो, तो फिर से पथराव हुआ एक घर से जिसमें कुछ महिलाएं भी थी। तो मौके से लोगों की गिरफ्तारी की गई है, थाने पहुंचाया गया है। इन सभी के खिलाफ सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
India Today Shivendra Srivastav now joins me for more on this big story. Shivendra, what explains the targeting of healthcare workers when they went to save somebody's life? A COVID-19 positive patient, they went to retrieve that patient. What explains the targeting of the ambulance, and what is the Yogi Adityanath government doing about this?
In this whole incident, lots of people got injured, including those were involved in going there and like taking that person and family member of that person out from the house. And also, this is very surprising that like how they came suddenly out of their homes. Was this instigated by someone, or this was all pre-planned? Because when police team reached there, they were also attacked by the mob, and they also got injured. Vehicle of vehicles of police personnel and also doctors' team was attacked, and ambulance was damaged during this incident. Now police is investigating this matter. 10 people have been detained, and Yogi Adityanath have given very clear instructions in this matter that NSA will be imposed on these persons who are involved in this whole incident, because health workers were there to save their life, to help them for like health checkup and for being quarantined, and also they wanted to take entire family for further treatment so that they can save their life. But this incident is very, very, very unfortunate. Now Yogi Adityanath have given very clear instructions that whosoever is involved in this case, NSA will be imposed on them. They will be investigated whether this was a pre-planned matter or they were instigated by someone. So police is very deeply investigating this matter, and also CM Yogi Adityanath is very serious about this matter.
Well, the strictest possible action needs to be taken against the accused, and we are told that there is evidence of the involvement of certain elements in Moradabad. We'll track that story very closely. Healthcare workers, sanitation workers, they're second only to God in keeping our country safe. I now want to shift focus from Moradabad to Mumbai. An assembly of people and a massive gathering in Bandra in Mumbai. Was this organic or was this organized? It's being said first in Delhi, then in Mumbai, then in Surat in Gujarat. Are people being instigated to assemble? The police are investigating this. 2 people have now been taken into custody. A self-styled leader of the masses and a journalist.
A massive crowd assembling in Mumbai's Bandra on Tuesday amid the rising coronavirus toll. Thousands of perpetrated migrant workers assembling to go home by train, which was never scheduled.
It is clear that the migrant workers are an agitated lot right now, and it is a challenge for the Mumbai police to ensure that, one, there is no repeat of the incident.
Cops, after failing to persuade the crowd to go back, resorted to lathi charge. A day after, 3 FIRs were lodged by the Mumbai police, naming 800 unknown people, a self-styled migrant neta, Vinay Dubey, accused of instigating the crowd, and a journalist of a Marathi channel for allegedly misinterpreting a railway internal letter about running of trains. Dubey was arrested and remanded in custody till April 21st. The journalist too has been detained, but there are more questions than answers. How did so many people reach this place? Was it a planned conspiracy? If yes, then by whom? Cops are now probing this video.
ये कुछ डिसाइड हुआ क्या नहीं, कोई आ रहा है क्या नहीं? बोला था मीडिया वाला आने वाला है, पुलिस वाला भी टाइम दिया था क्या? हाँ, 4 बजे.
Where some unidentified men can be heard tutoring the crowd about a time slot to reach the spot. Presence of media, the crowd is told to pitch for the return journey home or ask for 15,000 rupees per head.
गाँव जाने का नहीं तो बोलना भाई, एक को 15,000 दे दो, बोलना हम लोग यही रहते. ऐसा बोलना है, बोलना एक को 15,000 दो, हम लोग यही रहते. नहीं तो बोलना गाँव जाने का, गाँव में
वीडियो और वहाँ पे जो जानकारी सामने आई है उसके बारे में पुलिस और तहकीकात कर रही है और डिटेल इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है.
The migrant assembly at a place just 1.2 kilometers from the chief minister's residence has sparked a political blame game as well.
आशा करता हूं अभी ये सरकार की आंख खुलेगी. ये गरीब लोग अनाज नहीं मिल रहा है, भूखे इसलिए सड़क पे आए हैं. आप रेशनिंग की दुकान पर अनाज उपलब्ध कर दो.
प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने 13 तारीख को अनाउंसमेंट करने के बाद में रेलवे डिपार्टमेंट का लेटर जारी होता है 14 तारीख का. इससे बड़ी हलचल हो गई और ये लोग इकट्ठा हुए.
The Mumbai cops now have their task cut out. Find what led to the mass violation. With Pankaj Upadhyay, Devesh Singh and Saurav Vaktania in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
So the question remains, is somebody sabotaging India's war on coronavirus? And the question remains, why? We'll track that story very closely. But now I want to talk about corona heroes. While we talk about doctors, we talk about healthcare workers, sanitation workers, our armed forces, the police, we forget who's ensuring that what is produced by that farmer in the field actually reaches your dinner table. It's the truck driver. They are transporting things all the way from farms, let's say in Karnataka, in Maharashtra, in Kashmir, in Kanyakumari, to your dining table, to your city. What are the hardships that they are facing? Remember, there are no dhabas open. They can't even get a cup of tea. But they say at this time, it's their national duty. I report from the Delhi-Haryana highway. For truck driver Bittu Singh of Ludhiana in Punjab, it is a race against time to repair his truck. Stranded on the Delhi-Haryana National Highway 1, Bittu Singh is ferrying 20,000 litres of fresh milk for children in Delhi when his truck broke down en route.
प्रॉब्लम यही खाना नहीं मिलता रास्ते में चाय नहीं मिलती ना कोई मिस्त्री मिलता कोई नहीं मिलता पंजाब से लेके आए मिस्त्री रात का खड़ा यहाँ पर
Bittu's problems are compounded by the fact that due to a prolonged lockdown, there are no mechanics or shops open anywhere along the national highway. This milk truck that's coming from Ludhiana in Punjab, this truck broke down, so the maintenance person had to come all the way from Ludhiana because there are no repair shops open, no dhabas, no food, no water, not even a cup of tea. Bittu called up his headquarters at Verka Milk and Milk Products Company in Punjab, whose milk he was ferrying. They dispatched a mechanic from Ludhiana overnight.
तो अब वहीं से हम मिस्त्री लेके पंजाब से अभी आके ठीक करवा रहे हैं इसको ताकि सप्लाई दी जा सके क्योंकि ये जरूरी वस्तुओं में आता है.
Like our medical professionals, police and sanitation workers, truck drivers too are corona warriors, racing against time to ensure the supply chain of essentials is maintained. The Ministry of Home Affairs in Delhi has directed states to issue special passes to truckers ferrying essential commodities like milk, fruit, vegetables, medicines, etc. Some of them have been driving virtually non-stop from far-off places like Karnataka and Maharashtra to Delhi to ensure vegetables and fruits can reach major mandis like this one at Azadpur in Delhi. But with all dhabas, eateries and hotels shut due to a nationwide lockdown, truck drivers have nowhere to eat, rest or even have a cup of tea.
खाने सर ढाबा वगैरह सब बंद हैं तो हमने अपना स्टोव बर्तन रखा है अपने हाथ से बना खा रहे हैं.
After fresh government directions, drivers say instructions have percolated down to the police to clear them once documents have been checked and contents of the truck verified.
यदि पास नहीं हुआ तो गाड़ी आगे तक नहीं जा पाएगी. इसीलिए हम जी पास लेते हैं ट्रांसपोर्टों से जब हमारी गाड़ी चलती है.
Hungry, thirsty and tired, truck drivers race down seemingly never-ending highways to ensure food, fruit, vegetables and other essentials reach your doorstep. They are facing problems, they fear a risk to their lives and to their safety, but as they say, this is a job that needs to be done and done now. Truckers truly corona warriors here. With cameraman Ravikant in Delhi, Gaurav Sawant for India Today. Let's now shift focus to the other big story we're tracking here. So truckers are facing problems, the economy is facing problems, agriculture sector is facing problems. What's the way out? The centre issued guidelines today on how agriculture workers can come back, how industries could be revived, how other workers could come back and gradually while ensuring initially it was Jaan hai to Jahan hai, now it is Jaan bhi or Jahan bhi. How is it being implemented on ground? Let's find out.
The fresh Home Ministry guidelines which will govern us all during the second phase of lockdown are out. And there are critical provisions which may provide a breather from April 20th to areas where the virus is not raging. There's relief for consumers, industry, fisheries and agriculture sectors. You may soon be able to buy non-essential items, send and receive couriers as e-commerce sites and delivery will be opened up. Sending letters will also be possible since post offices will remain open. So will be IT-enabled services which will have 50% staff. Call centers of government agencies will also open. There will be a boost to economy since road construction will be restarted. So will the agri sector and horticulture activities. Rural industries are also set to open. The fishing industry and rural job scheme Manrega will also resume. The industry players have welcomed the new guidelines.
We hope that in the next phase, some more important labor-intensive sectors would come up. This is a great step which will facilitate both economy as well as livelihood, as well as, of course, lives.
It actually calibrates the opening going forward and gives those industries and those commercial establishments that need to open up on the 20th enough time to plan opening with the standard operating procedures in place.
Others demanded a second stimulus package to renew the economic activities.
We have already asked the government to support in a financial package. We have written and we have spoken to all levels of government. I think it's time for the government to now give the second package, which is the industrial package.
But the bar on travel will still be strictly implemented. There will be no flights, no trains, no metros, no taxis. Schools, colleges, hotels, theatres, malls and religious places will also remain shut. No gathering for any purposes will be allowed. Sale of liquor, gutka and tobacco remains suspended.
Centre's fresh guidelines on lockdown has come as a huge sigh of relief for those associated with industry and agriculture sectors, the two backbone of Indian economy. The relaxation will actually kickstart an economy which has otherwise come to a grinding halt. There is going to be a further test whether India is able to flatten the COVID-19 curve. And if there is a further relaxation, then perhaps further good news could be in the offing. With camera person Anil Jaiswal, this is Kamaljeet Sandhu in Delhi for India Today.
There's breaking news coming in. The centre has finally cracked the whip. Maulana Saad of the Tablighi Jamaat has been booked under culpable homicide not amounting to murder sections, and he's not the only one. Along with Maulana Saad, the Delhi police now want to question 18 other members of the Tablighi Jamaat. The police want to question others in connection with the assembly that took place in the heart of the national capital, and then those who spread out from Delhi went to Mumbai, Kolkata, Kashmir, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and several other parts of the country, and now are being held responsible for a spike in cases in several other parts of the country. The question remains, will they join investigations? And India Today will track that story very, very closely. That is all I have time for on this India First special that comes to you from the national capital. Many thanks for watching. A quick break. News and updates continue on India Today. Stay with us.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.